No pain, no baby. My mother had 7 children, natural birth, and she always tells me and reminds me of the time where during her labor, the nurse had told her, if there is no pain, there is no baby. And she describes on how tremendous, how agonizing the labor pains are, the contraction. The room is full of anticipation and people yelling, and you're screaming and you're wanting the baby to be okay, but you're also worried about yourself. And there's just so much chaos happening in that moment. However, when they do place that child in your arms, all goes silent. And she always says that you don't remember the pain, you don't remember any of the agony when you do hold that child in your arms. It all falls to silence. Many of us have experienced the dark night of the soul. We have experienced the first half of our life, which has been the default story that was given to us. It's been the influences of our nature and our nurture that have ran the course of our life through our inner dialogue. The mental chaos, the depth of the waters of your emotions. We have not learned how to fully navigate the dangers of the waves of emotions. There is a story of Jesus on his way to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. Galilee here represents mountains. On their way, the 12 disciples experienced absolute terror as the winds began to blow, the storms began to roar, and the waves began to crash against their boats, all while the teacher was sleeping in the boat. And they panicked and they were terrified of the sudden storm that came about on their way to the mountain. Frantically, they awakened the sleeping teacher that was with them the entire time. He wakes up from his slumber and he silences the storm, and it all falls silent. The waves are still, the wind stops, and the terror that was terrorizing the disciples comes to an abrupt halt. Now they marveled and asked, who is this that the waves and the sea obey him? The waters here represent the depths of your emotions, the subconscious mind, the thoughts that orchestrate tsunamis of old memories, of old wounds, of old stories that we continuously tell ourselves on our way to Galilee, to the other side of the mountain. On our journey, we experience the turbulent waters of our mind, the experiences that we wish to forget. And we come to a point where we frantically ask, do you not care if we perish? As we drown in our mind, as we drown in our thoughts, as we drown in our emotions. But the best thing about this story is there was a sleeping Christ on that boat. There's a sleeping Christ within you. There is a teacher, a master teacher within you, dormant, waiting for you to uncover that layer. There is a sleeping Christ that as soon as you awaken will be able to silence the storms, the pain, and the agony within your mind. As your boat rocks, as the wind threatens to take you out, as your emotions keep you in a state of panic, of pain and agony from the old story that you repeatedly tell yourself, you must renew your mind. You must rejuvenate from the inside out. Begin to tell a different story. There is a dormant Christ waiting to be activated within you. You must only seek within, for the kingdom is within you. It is not in a church. It is not in a campaign. It is not in a Buddhist temple. It is within you, right where you sit. It shall not let you perish. You see, for the same mind that orchestrates these storms is the same mind that can orchestrate the calm. It all depends on the story you tell yourself. So begin to tell a different story today. This is the day the Lord has made. I will choose to be glad and I'll rejoice in it. Everything is a choice. What thoughts are you feeding in the morning? Are you repeating the same story as yesterday? As you continuing the same narrative that you left off with yesterday? Begin to tell a new story. Begin to choose joy. Begin to choose peace and love, compassion and understanding. Change your life and awaken the Christ within. He is sleeping within you. Awaken today.